Cordula, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me a little bit about Sarah.
Sarah is 25 years old. She has autism and developmental delays, and obviously a genetic variant that we found out more recently. Her first seizure was at 16 months old that we saw, but likely earlier, because I noted one, and I didn't know it was a seizure around 1 year old. She was kind of on the late end of every developmental milestone, comparing to my son, as you would do, and the pediatrician said, "Oh no, she's fine. She's just a little bit slower," and but there were some little sleeping issues and various other things, but it's hard to say.
Yeah.
From there, we started our journey. She had a CAT scan. Everything looked fine in her brain. She was seizure-free for a short time, then more seizures, so we started her on her first medication. Then she was seizure-free again for a period of time, and then the seizure started again, and we've been chasing seizures ever since. First best thing we did after several medications was put her on the ketogenic diet, which took us to another doctor. And the ketogenic diet was helpful. It didn't knock out the seizures, but it kind of simmered things down in the background so that she was able to start learning again. Because with the seizures, when they resurfaced, she had global just what's the word I'm looking for? Just her milestones, backtracking. So, she was having much more difficulty walking and talking, and she was working on toilet training. There was a regression. That's the word. So global regression. So that's when the therapy started and all the med changes and seeing different doctors. And
you talk about recently learning about the GABA variant.
Yeah.
And everything about that gap of years of the unknown and so many different diagnoses. How did you get through that time of the unknown?
Well, it was frustrating because at one point the doctors said, "Oh, she'll probably outgrow it." There's this new medication coming out. Let's try that one. Oh, there's another one coming out. Let's try that one. Let's do this FDA study and all that. And some of them helped, some of them didn't. And like Dave said, you invest a lot of time getting onto a medication and coming off the medication. Then we dealt with polypharmacy, which is when you're on multiple medications, they're all interacting with each other, and you got to go up on one and down on another. And so it was always, we were always hopeful that we were going to get there because our healthcare professional said, we'll find the right medication. But we didn't get there. So I think, I was always wondering, something must be causing this. Like, what is it? Why can't we find out what's causing it? So I think having the diagnosis of a GAB-RB3, we're like, okay, there's something causing it. We have a cause. Not that it's fixed anything, but it's kind of changed our focus, and our focus has become more targeted.
Yeah.
So that's been huge. And I think it's kind of taken out the what is it and all the unknowns, right?
What advice do you have for other mothers that are going through that unknown period right now?
I think the biggest piece of advice is enjoy your kids. There's pieces and chunks that I don't remember from either of my kids' childhoods. And I deleted pictures because Sarah looked so horrible, like just drawn, pale, medicated, tired. I just deleted them. Now I wish I didn't, because I would, I could compare things. But I think I was dragging around to therapies and being a therapist myself so often and pushing her through these things and okay, we got to get there, and taking advantage of every opportunity that was presented to us to kind of help with that growth. And I think I kind of lost sight of why I had kids. Yeah. So, but on the flip side, I don't think Sarah would be where she is now if it wasn't for all that hard work we put into it. So it's kind of this, I think you just have to find a balance.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how do you work on that balance between trying to find the new normal over that period of time and also obviously paying attention to what's going on with Sarah?
Yeah, well, I don't have an answer to that because, in the world of epilepsy, like every day is so different with the variability. You might plan something and then, oh, no, we're not doing that today because she's having a bad day, or go on vacation to Disney World and he's riding the monorail with our son and I'm at the hotel room with Sarah. So there is no easy answer to finding the balance because your whole life is unbalanced and it's just chaos all the time. But you just have to find the moments, I guess. Find the moments.
Yeah. Well, you talked about having that peace in the diagnosis now. Mm-hmm. We talk about a lot the power of community within this GABA A, CURE GABA A community. Mm-hmm. What would you define as the power of community?
Well, there's power in numbers. There's power in voices. One little voice squeaking somewhere doesn't hold a lot of weight, right? So you get together with these organizations, the rare organizations that then kind of combine the similar ones to become a louder voice. And I lost my train of thought.
That's okay.
I am not good at this stuff.
That's okay. To close out,
yeah.
What would you tell anyone if they received the diagnosis today?
For Sarah's diagnosis, find get on social media. I found Cure GABA A through Facebook. We've got a really good neurology team, and they didn't give us any leads. I have found it on Facebook. I think you just need to find your group, and I think these patient advocacy groups are growing, and there's more and more of them coming on each day, each year, each month. So you just need to find your people. And I think like Sarah's also, she was diagnosed with Lennox-Gastaut syndrome. So that's a much bigger kind of umbrella for epilepsy. And under that now, she still qualifies for that because of the way her EEG looks. But now we're fine-tuning it. So we had one parent advocacy group, which was rather large, but now we're kind of fine-tuning it. And even under CURE GABA A, there's 19 subvariants. So each one of those is kind of its own little group. Yeah. So, you can keep fine-tuning it. It's just you don't have to belong to one group.
Right.
There's
find
smaller groups. Yeah, find your people.
Yeah, that's great. Cordula, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.